And then there were 8. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are going to be talking about the round of 16 going to the quarterfinals. I'm really excited, people, to be honest, because I think the Euros have really given us something interesting. We thought we could predict this, but it's unpredictable that things just happens out of nowhere, and that's what makes it even more exciting. So I'm gonna be talking about what I thought of the games which were played and the countries that were participating in those games, and what I thought of them, and how far we can go as we look at the Euros. It's about to reach to the final showdown or the lockdown, whatever you call it. So I'm really excited. Do me a favor, if you are still watching, or if you've been following TFC for some time, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect, the best way you support us. As well, if you're watching us on TikTok or on Facebook, you know what you do, people. Like the vid as well as follow us, people. It's always important. It's the round of 16, and I'm gonna try to tell you what I thought of it and the way I see this going, predict what's gonna happen in the quarterfinal. Then we'll see what happens in the semis. I'm really excited. From now on, all the games that are left, I'll be reacting to them exactly after the game because it's gonna be exciting, and I'm ready for it. I hope you're ready for it. 2 days to go for, I think, our first game. It'll be 2 days from now. Oh no, it's actually tomorrow. Yes, it's tomorrow. We are actually getting started by tomorrow, so it looks like it's gonna be heating up. So let's get into that. So round of 16 had some interesting teams that we never thought that would be them. Slovenia, I did not see it getting there. Slovakia, I did not see them actually getting there. Austria, that is an interesting question. So many people, I even started calling it my dark horse, but we'll talk about that. As well as, of course, Denmark or Georgia. To be honest, who expected Georgia to be there? That's what you can always find yourself in when it comes to football, especially European tournament. I don't lie to you, this before of all the other tournaments that has been played in Europe, this has, I actually have to say, it's been below par of the other tournaments that have been there. Teams are finding hard, very difficult to actually settle down to show us what they're here to offer, and it's really becoming very difficult for them to show us exactly what they can be able to do, what they can manage to achieve, or wherever they can go. But I'm excited over what has been happening, really, all in all, because I think things are now starting to make sense. It's now starting to settle up, and I'm gonna try to make a bit of sense of what's happening here. So what did I think of the games which were played in the round of 16? Romania versus the Netherlands, which was the game which was played very soon. But the first game we saw was Germany versus Denmark. Now, I can say the Germany that we are seeing right now might not really be the Germany we started seeing in the beginning of the tournament, because I think they started like a house on fire, the way they opened up and destroyed Switzerland. But it doesn't mean that you have to write out the Germans. Of course, everyone expected them to be one of the dark horses, but now after seeing those first 2 games, especially the Switzerland and Hungary game, people started saying, okay, this could be one of the favorites of the tournament, with what Toni Kroos was doing with the formation, the way they were playing around, the likes of Kai Havertz, Jamal Musiala, Witz, all this thing linking up Rudiger, and it has everything that you need to know, to be honest. And it's been interesting to see how this team has been going and how far they've actually managed to achieve, and I'm excited to see where they go. Of course, the Denmark game, I knew that they were going to beat Denmark, but nobody predicted that they had to really sweat a bit to get that victory, because it was not easy going as people think it was. They really had to sweat to get this victory. And I can tell you that, of course, they are in the next challenge. In one, I actually think is going to be one of the hardest games. They have to find something interesting, and I'm going to talk about what I expect them when they play against Spain tomorrow. But let's move on to the other team that we need to talk about, which was Switzerland versus Italy, which was also, I think, played on the same day. And I have to say, this game was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, to people who were watching, also the people who were actually paying attention to what was happening. The reason why I'm saying it was a bit of a nightmare is because nobody predicted Italy to be controlled the way they were controlled. Nobody predicted Italy to be made look so ordinary, if that is the word I can use, by the Swiss. And which makes me think that if we really are talking about the dark horses, we have to look none other than the Swedes, because what these guys are doing, it's amazing. What the likes of Imbolo, the likes of Granit Xhaka, what exactly they have been doing in this tournament. From even when you look at in the group stages, they're the first team to actually beat Germany, if I'm not lying. They beat Germany, the host, the team that everyone is expecting to run away with it. They stopped Germany from playing. Those are the Swedes. I was hearing once said that Granit Xhaka has only been passed once in the whole entire tournament. This guy, I have no idea what Xabi Alonso has been doing, but he has literally made a robot out of this guy. This guy has just become one of the best, one of the world beaters. I never thought that Xhaka was that. Because Xhaka that I remember from Arsenal, I cannot put them at the same level as the Xhaka that I'm seeing from Bayern Leverkusen as well as from Switzerland. He's even a different player in that Swiss team, and that's amazing to see, because I think that will help them, because they have the right players on the side, which will help them to even go forward, which makes the England game that they're facing even more exciting. Slovakia versus England. I think if you want to hear my thoughts over the England and what I thought, just go on the comment, just go on the connect, go listen to my last video. I said my piece when it comes to England against Slovakia, because I just don't get it. Magay is out, by the way, for this game because he was booked. Thanks to that ref, he was having one of those crazy nightmares. But rather than that, rather than him being booked and stuff like that, England has not played football, you know. The players that are in England, the players that I've seen, they've not played football. They haven't played football. And it is a worry when you're looking at it at maybe the angle that I'm giving this video from. It is a worry if you're looking at it as a fan, as somebody who's analyzing and maybe trying to create content, because it's difficult to come up after the players. Kane was the player of the season in Germany. Bellingham was the player of the season in Spain. Foden was the player of the season in England. Yet these players, they play together and they look like they're just meeting for the first time in the pitch. That's how these people look like. I was watching the passing network of Phil Foden against Slovakia. I never saw even one pass that he did to Kane or Bellingham. Yet these are the people he's playing with in front. These are the people he's playing with in front. I never saw even one pass of him to one of those guys. And now you have to ask questions like, are they really playing football? Is football really being played? What's really happening? Is this a circus or something? Because it's confusing, to be honest. This is a good team, and I'm hoping that they can do better. One of my favorites getting into this tournament, I told you, it's England. Yet I'm questioning my decision to actually say that publicly every single day or every single game they played. They were terrible in their first game. They were scary the second game. They were even above scary on their third game. Now I don't even know if these guys have ever played football. That tells you the level of decline this team has been going under. The level of decline this whole entire team has really been under. And it's scary, to be honest. And I just wonder, how far can they go? What exactly needs to be done for us to see a proper team playing football when it comes to England? Oh, well, I've been told that Gareth Southgate is thinking to play a back three against Switzerland because... No, we will talk about that. But he's going to be playing a back three. We'll get into that. Let's find out why is he going to do that when we get to there. Let's move on to the other one. The Romanians versus the Netherlands, watching them in this tournament, I felt like they were really not performing to the level that I expected them to. I was excited, really, and really amazed by some of the individuals, Cody Gakpo being one of them. He has really been one of the best players in this tournament. He has been playing so amazing. I actually, really, if I have to rate, I actually feel like his days playing as a forward at Liverpool are done. I think we have seen that he's very good playing on that left side. And I think if we want the best out of him, if we want him to be the Cody Gakpo that we see from the Neds, the one we used to see at PSV, if Liverpool put him in that left position, he's going to do wonders. If you remember the game we beat United by 7-0, it was because he was playing at that position. Coming in and causing chaos was just amazing. And I'm just hoping that Ancelotti is seeing this and is really excited to see how he can work with this young man. And I can't wait to see what happens going forward and exactly what he can achieve. But like I'm saying, I feel like Cody Gakpo has been the world beater for Netherlands. Virgil van Dijk has been below par. Nathan Ake has actually been one of the best defenders in this one. I've seen players like Xavi Simons, the likes of Dupay. I actually felt like they were not playing well, but for the first time in a long time, I felt like every single thing this team has really been trying to achieve all made sense in the Romania game. I felt like they played like a team that had a purpose. They played like a team that believed that they could do something, and it was amazing to watch. I actually enjoyed that Romania versus Netherlands game because the passes, the opening, the way they were creating spaces for each other, the way they were opening teams, and the way they were putting pressure on that Romania team, it was out of this world. Remember, we're talking about this Romania team that beat another team just before this game, and it was amazing to see what they did. They beat, let me check for you in terms of which team that they beat before getting to make sure that they qualify for this position. Sorry for that. Romania. They beat Belgium. No, they were beaten by Belgium. Which team did they open up before the round of 16? Please remind me in the comment section. Or is it Ukraine? I think they beat Ukraine, Yeah, I think they beat Ukraine. Can somebody confirm with me which team did Romania beat before for them to get to the opportunity of qualifying? Yeah, they beat Ukraine by 3-0. The way they opened up Ukraine, the way they played that game, it was out of this world. So it is a team that is some world beater, a team that can surprise so many teams. But the way they were controlled and destroyed by Netherlands, it was amazing. Yet, no, we'll talk about that as we go to that. We're going to talk about Austria versus Turkey. Because Austria, I thought in the last video, I called them one of my dark horses because of what the manager was doing with this team. But yet, Turkey seems like they are the it team at the moment. They are doing some amazing things. The way they were able to. I felt like in this game against Austria, what was very amazing about the Turkey was the way they were defending, because I felt like they controlled the defense. They stopped Austria from doing what they did to Netherlands. They literally stopped Austria from doing what they did against Netherlands, and it was amazing. The fact that these are the two teams that are meeting, because Austria beat Netherlands are meeting Turkey who just beat Austria. So it's gonna be an interesting fairy tale to the game, but we'll see when we get to that. Germany, Denmark, we talked about it. Spain, Georgia. If there's any team in this tournament which has been amazing, or which really has been giving us maybe could be the team that wins this tournament, is Spain. Yet, international football, whenever it comes to this, especially this tournament footballs, you can always be surprised with one who wins and the one you expected to win. What Spain are doing right now with these young kids, Yamal Musiala, Yamal, what's his name? Yamal Lamar, as well as Nico Williams, it's just amazing. These guys are performing at a higher level that I've never seen. What they are doing, how they're opening teams, how they're hurting teams, using these kids running around. They have each and every player at the position which they want, and that team hasn't changed really. If you look at it, the team that has been playing from day one, still the same one. This keeper Unai Simon, the same keeper, Carvajal, Noben, Laporte, Cucurella, by the way, who is really now showing the world that he is really that guy. He's really that guy, to be honest. Pedri, Rodri, Ferran Luis, these are amazing players, people, when you watch them. Yamal, Lamau, and Nico Williams and Morata being at the top. This team is amazing what they're doing to the world. And they still have some big hitters that they can go from outside. They have a strong team outside. And the way they are performing and what they did to Georgia, they actually scored themselves Spain. That's how it finished 4-1. They scored themselves. But rather than that, it was clear total wipeout. That's how good this team has been. And I just have to give some respect to them and exactly how far they will go. The other team I'm not really convinced with is France. France, somehow they have reached to the quarterfinals, and the only goal that they've scored was a Kylian Mbappe penalty. They haven't scored. Somehow they are putting pressures that some players are scoring themselves for their teams, and it's crazy. It happens in the Italian game. In fact, in all the games that they've played, I think they were beaten by Austria. No, they drew with Austria. Netherlands beat them, but the ball was disallowed by the English referees, which doesn't make sense. But they haven't been convincing. I'm hoping maybe we start seeing the France we are expecting in the quarterfinal, because what we have seen, not really something that we'll write home about. But yeah, that's what I'll say about France. Belgium, on the other hand, let's move on. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Portugal. I have a crazy prediction that I'm going to give when it comes to the predictions of the other teams, and it's going to scare you. But Portugal beat Slovenia on penalties. Wow, what a keeper. That Portugal goalkeeper is amazing. He literally saved Cristiano Ronaldo's career, you know. I'm not saying that it was going to be rewritten by that one game. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying his last tournament, by the way, which he has literally confirmed himself, his last tournament, you cannot just go out like that, especially being given a penalty and you being saved by All Black. It was amazing how this goalkeeper was able to save them, not only with the penalties, but also with that one-on-one chance which Benjamin Sesko had, and somehow he was able to save it with his leg. This keeper kept Portugal in the tournament, and it's amazing to see how far they go. I think it's called Douglas Costa. I have a feeling Man City could be all over him at the end of the tournament, especially with the rumors of Edison leaving. But it's going to be an exciting one to see exactly how far this one goes. But like I'm saying, Portugal has been a hit and miss, if you understand. I felt like some players have been amazing, especially in the last game. I felt like Rafael Leon really played so well. I've been impressed in some points with the likes of Diogo Jota, Dalot, yes, no, really, actually, Cancelo. He has been amazing. He has really been amazing. There's this guy called Mendy who's playing at the left. Wow, amount of energy that young kid has. It's amazing. And there's some young kids that are coming there, and it's amazing. Still waiting for Cristiano Ronaldo's first goal of the tournament. Maybe it'll come in the next round, but I have a crazy prediction of what's going to be happening. So that's all that I thought of the round of 16. Let's talk about the games that are going to be played. England versus Switzerland. If England don't do something that is convincing in terms of picking the right players, making some positions or points of the game functional, I think they're going to be beaten by Switzerland. When I mean some position functional, that left side is still dead. That England left side is still dead. They need somebody who can pick on defenders, who can take on defenders. And when I'm talking about somebody, I'm talking about somebody like Anthony Gordon. He can do that. They need those guys, as well as they need creators. They don't have creators. The fact that the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold are still seated at the bench watching the game going the way it is. Put him on the right side, make him play. They need players who can do something amazing, the likes of Cole Palmer. Let Saka play as the left wing back. Let Saka keep playing on the left side, because at least he plays with the leg that we need. Let him play there, and I'm sure he can be creative coming from that point. I've seen Trent doing it. He can do it. Make Bellingham and this guy become the guys who are in the middle. Bellingham and Jude, let them be the defensive players there. If they cannot do something like that, I am sorry. England are going out, and Switzerland are taking them out. And my prediction is Switzerland are going to win this game by 2-1. Unless England change something, they can win it. Netherlands versus Turkey. Turkey has been an amazing team, amazing prospect, so much talent, fighting for each other, putting everything on the line, and it's amazing. But I feel with what I saw from the Netherlands in the last game, I feel like they're going to be more than enough to hurt this Turkey team. It might be surprising that the Turkey can do, because so many people have been doubting them, and they have been really doing so well to turn doubters into believers. So I won't be surprised, but I'm saying Netherlands win this game by 3-1. Spain versus Germany, the biggest game of the tournament yet. And I'm saying this after watching Italy playing against, which team was Italy playing against? Spain. I'm saying this after watching Italy playing against Spain. Germany is the biggest game in the tournament yet, because of the forms of these two teams, these two countries, the way they've been performing. It's an amazing matchup. It's going to be amazing how this game goes on, and how it's going to play out. I feel like Spain are just a bit stronger than Germany. I know, I get it. What the Spain team is doing, I feel like they are a bit stronger than Germany, and they will shock so many people in the world, and they will do amazing stuff in this game. So that's why I am saying Spain will win this game by 2-0. That's my prediction. Portugal versus France. I've not been impressed by France this whole entire tournament, but yet they don't need to impress anyone to go win a tournament. They did that in the World Cup that they won in 2018. So who am I to try to give something that makes sense in terms of my prediction over this? So what am I saying? I'm saying that we could be surprised that we could watch this tournament and still see this team winning, and we'll be shocked. How did that even happen? How did they even get there? Or maybe we could come and see, and okay, we'll be like, okay, this makes sense. The way it's going, it makes sense, and France are ready, and they are now scoring goals. They can do something. It's still an interesting prospect to see how far these two teams can go. But my prediction is Portugal beat France. Portugal beat France. I just feel like, not saying that maybe Portugal are a good team, I just feel like they might cause more of a threat going on the other side than what France would do on the other side. That's me being honest with my assessment. But it could be a different game. Kylian Mbappe always has turned games around. He could do this again. But anyway, let me tell you something. My thoughts. If Switzerland will be meeting Netherlands in the semi-finals. If Spain beat Germany like I am expecting tomorrow, Spain will be meeting Portugal in the semi-finals. Then we'll talk about what happens when we get there. So thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been a Football Connect. I've been your host, Sam, giving you my full assessment over what I have been thinking over the tournament, what I thought of the round of 16 fixtures, and what I'm expecting to see going forward in the quarterfinals, heading to the semifinals. The tournament is almost over, people, and the things are heating up every single time. Thank you very much for watching. I've been your host, Sam. I'll see you on another video. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.